Blastbeat.
In my experience, Minister, this is absolutely typical of the best of British charities. A small organisation doing incredibly valuable work with very, very few resources, but with the support of the community that it's trying to help. And it was absolutely best of British. Before that, I was sitting in a school in Northwood with Robert here, Stevenson from Blastbeat, mentoring a group of fantastic young kids who had set up a business under the leadership of Blastbeat to run a Battle of the Bands gig at the school, the profits of which were going to raise money for a local charity. And that was an exercise in helping them develop skills and business skills in a context that was relevant and exciting for them. A small charity doing something very, very valuable with a huge amount of tenacity and resilience. I think those are just two stories of what I see on my travels around the country the whole time. What is right, small charity sector is, we always say it, but it is true, the backbone of the voluntary sector, and it is incredibly important, particularly in these difficult, very challenging times, that we have weeks like this to throw a spotlight on the sector, to give it a voice and celebrate what it achieves. I will just say this very briefly. I do know how difficult and challenging it is, because I get out there and I talk to people, and we're busting a gut to do what we can to help. I always dance with the optimists. I will just say three very brief things about why I am optimistic. The first is about the British public. The official statistics, and that's all I've got to go by, tell me that giving has stayed stable, flat through this recession. That is frankly magnificent, given what's going on. Volunteering has risen sharply after 5 or 6 years of decline. It's got to be sustained, but that is frankly magnificent as a human response to difficult times, and we should be very proud of that, but that is the charity sector's greatest assets, which is the generosity of the British people. The second thing I detect, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that the private sector is now going through a very big period of change, because big businesses have a massive problem around a very big word, and that word is trust. And more of them, like Barclays with Blastbeat, are asking themselves, what can we do more to prove to people that we care about the communities that we serve? And more of them thinking about, how can we engage with the voluntary sector in a way that works for everyone? That's not an easy conversation, but I sense it's beginning to happen in a serious way. That's a very big opportunity.